everyone. Sorry I'm late. I completely forgot that today was a public holiday. So, yeah, I just went downstairs today to see, I just went about my day as normal in the morning. And then when I went downstairs for lunch, I was like, why is everyone still here and not at work? And it turns out there is no work today. Today was a public holiday. So that means when we all went out for dinner, there were more people than usual, so we got home later than usual. But I am here now, and apparently they also just dropped a new trailer for Summeretto Robin, so I want to watch that first. Hey Sticks, hello, welcome. Alright. I am. Grandma is hydrated and full from dinner, so let's just watch that trailer first. Hold on. I'll switch over to YouTube. Okay, let me see if you guys can hear this. Okay, this is the trailer, I think. Robin Summeretto, Chasing the Wind. Okay, you guys can... Yeah, I think you should hear. Yeah, you can hear this. Okay, let's restart a bit. Her hair got dry immediately. Hey!
There's no way this could go wrong.
Oh, she got burbs! New Robin! New Robin song! Ah! Her memo sprites are burbs. I didn't know that the MC can ride a bike. Oh, the burp sounds stupid. I love it. Hi, Sticks. Hello, grandson. March! Robin Summeretto! New Robin song! Oh! I mean, yeah, they're gonna put her in a bikini. Might as well put her in the water, too. They gotta. I wonder if this is the song that she's gonna sing for her attacks, you know? Because it's Robin. She's gotta have a song playing during her ultimate and stuff. Or are we getting multiple new Robin songs? That would be awesome. I also wish you win 50-50 tomorrow. Oh, it's like watching Damien dance behind Zhao. Yeah! I'm almost expecting to see Rappa in the background. Where's Sunday? He's missing his sister being a pop star. Oh, that's a cute logo. Oh, Sunday, your sister is awesome. Sunday. There's no Sunday in the trailer, but I'm sure there will be some Sunday interactions, Sunday and Robin interactions. Yeah, that's the song they're gonna use. Oh, yay, new Robin song. Okay, I'm happy now. So let's get more happiness by watching Karenina be a tsundere. I love that. That was awesome. Okay, let me switch over to the game. I'm switching this over to English, just cause. So I actually thought I'd do ER02 today, but then I remembered, oh yeah, there's the arcade anima, which I also haven't done. So we'll be doing that after I finish chapter 19, which I left, yeah, just a little bit more before we end this. So let's go. I think this is how we're gonna find out that everybody is safe, no one died, Luna managed to leave, maybe with Roland, maybe on her own. PJR's new Karen song, and now Robin's new song. Your day is so blessed. I think it's because, you know, it's the summer. Summer is the time for bops. That's probably why. The representatives gave their answer in the world government's emergency meeting, approving Karenina's decision and giving her the right to destroy the zero-point engine. Still, it will inevitably cause a series of problems. The lunar base, the reactor, the ground battlefield, Kurono. The biggest problem is that the comms to the lunar base are still not restored. Babylonia is unable to confirm whether Karenina and her team have successfully destroyed the engine or whether they can safely return. What if Karenina and her team are injured or cannot finish the mission at all? Ah, Bianca! Commander Nicola, please let me go. I can help the lunar base and Karenina. That's right, you two were introduced together. That's your, maybe not bestie, but that's your friend. Nicola has actually thought about this option. When it comes to searching for lost targets in an unfamiliar environment, nobody can do the job better than the Purifying Force, although they are hunting the target most of the time. Yeah, in this case, it'll be more like a rescue mission, huh? Because I don't think they want to get rid of Karenina because, you know, they officially gave the order to destroy the 0-point reactor. They can't just punish her for doing what she's told. Well, that's what you think. But after what happened with the original Grey Ravens, I guess I shouldn't put it past them, huh? No, this is the second time I'm saying this. Nicola shakes his head and gives back Bianca's application. She's gotta make a formal application to go rescue someone. Oh, sorry, I cut you off there, Nicola. As the captain of the Purifying Force, as a soldier, you should know your duty is to obey orders. The other female construct in the room also walks up and salutes Nicola. Oh, hello, Chico. I don't think she's playable, right? I think I remember there being a in the playable character roster. I think I remember there being a character with this colored hair, but I don't think it's her. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. Hi, Rojak. Waiting for new Genevieve. So, new Genevieve, I guess, is coming after the new Chrome, maybe? Because I think you also mentioned that Chrome's getting a new frame too. Eng, no, what are you doing? He does this every time I do my laundry. He always wants to climb up my clean clothes. Stop! Eng, I know you use your paws when you use the litter box. You use your paws to cover up the poop and the pee. I don't want you getting your literal dirty paws on my clean clothes. Stop. Well, he's not trying to climb my clothes anymore, but he is just staring at me. Like he's daring me to look away. We're having a staring contest. Nope, he stopped. Okay. Alright. I win. In 4 months or so, and Chrome is in 3. Okay, so Chrome comes first, and then New Genevieve, and then the Data Life collab, I guess? Commander Nicola, one construct is more than enough to investigate the traitors. I can do this. Captain Bianca doesn't need to be involved. They're not traitors, though. They're following instructions. They're gonna destroy... Well, they're gonna try to destroy the 0-point reactor. When a patch is 40 days and counting, it's a pain. I mean, hey, I consider that a good thing because it gives me more time to consider whether or not to pull. Oh, that's right! Yesterday, or like this morning, I pulled for Karen. I got Karenina, and I got her big anchor, and I got Patrick Star! I'll show you guys after this. Remind me to show you guys. Although respectful, the female construct named Chico has not backed down in the slightest. She is also a member of the Purifying Force. Chico. Bianca looks at Chico. She's gone to Earth multiple times for this dangerous mission, but no progress is made. Although the Engineering Force's new engine has made shuttles more secure, going from Babylonia to the ground is still a dangerous trip. Oh yeah, the twins are still alive. I forgot. They're still a problem. Even after a successful landing, the supplies from the support force are nowhere enough for combat consumption in the adverse environment. Chico couldn't even maintain her frame properly. The color of her black long hair, oh, it faded. But she simply had no time to restore it. That could happen? Huh. There were traces of ascendants found during the investigation. HQ decided to up the danger level of this mission, and we now have 2 locations to investigate. That's why I'm sending you both. Did I reach Pity or get her early? Actually, for all of them, I got them in like the first 10 pulls. So like I did a 10 pull for Karen and got her. I did a 10 pull for her weapon, got that, and I did a 10 pull for Patrick Star and got that. So altogether it cost me 30 pulls. There were traces of ascendants found during the investigation. HQ decided to up the level of... Ang, what are you doing? He's having zoomies now. So if you hear any rustling in the background, it's him. He's just running around the room. Ang, stop it. You have a feeling that the collab will come before the anniversary patch. Do they usually release um new PGR characters with the collabs, or do they only release, you know, the collab characters during that time? Is it like with HSR, you know, they released Himeko and Archer and and Gilgamesh and Rin around the same time? Is it like that? Or do they just want the players to focus on the collab at the time? No, I do remember that the new that the Crimson Weave Alpha frame was released together with the Blackrock Shooter collab. So maybe it's like that. Maybe they do release new PGR characters with the collab. Now, there were choices. Oh, sorry. And we now have 2 locations to investigate. That's why I'm sending you both. The mission locations are also reassigned based on their danger levels. Chico, Bianca will take over City 006 from you. There is a new location named City 015 and I want you to take charge. But the mission instruction suggests City 006 has a higher danger potential, so it makes perfect sense to assign it to Bianca given that she is the captain. Ang, stop it. He's on my PC now. Ang, I don't want you to do something. Ah! He was chewing on the wires. Why? Why? Hmm? Ang, you want to say something to the mic? No, don't swipe at it. He doesn't want to say anything to the mic. He just wants distraction. I release you. Go. There go. Bye-bye. He's being so zoomy right now. Miss Jackpot, the luck is real. It's separate. Okay, even if it comes early, they always announce collaboration date 2 patches early, so I'm good. Okay. Okay, I guess no matter who they release at the same time, I would prioritize the collab characters, you know? I mean, well, it depends. It depends, I guess. If they release a brand new husbando, like maybe if they release Vonugget, then I would be very, very, very tempted to pull for him. You know, if it's a brand new husbando, because I feel like the new characters that they've released so far have all been female, right? So, brand new husbando might make me pull for that character over the collab characters. But for now, I will prioritize the collab characters. The mission instructions suggest, okay, unable to find any excuse, Chico can only remain silent. Nicola pauses and looks at Bianca. She seems to have something to say. We're just as worried about Karenina and the lunar base as you are. That's why I've already sent the entire Mountain Vulture squad in a space fighter. Mountain Vulture. Have we met that team before? Or am I tripping? Bianca and Chico have no words to say. They can only salute in silence. I've only one request. If there is any news about Karenina, please let me know immediately. You don't need to worry about that. Any news about her will be the biggest news. Big news! Big news! Assume I'm gonna pull for Chrome as well. I mean, he's not a brand new husband though. He's been here for a while. I mean, like a brand new character that was never, you know, that never had a frame before this. Like, not necessarily brand new, newly introduced husbando, but more like someone who's never had a frame before this. Kind of like Nugget and who else is a male character that doesn't have a frame yet? I don't know. If they suddenly make Murray a construct or something, then I'd pull for Murray. Cause after the 2 purifying force constructs left, Nicola once again picks up the mission request to investigate the traders. They came from many departments, but only the change of locations provided by the control court. We got traders? Did I miss a plot point or something? Did I blank out? There was a trader plot point? I know the control court manages a lot of things, but why would they pay particular attention to this one out of all missions? Saw a Japanese streamer cry at the Chrome reveal. Truly a sight. You almost cried at Genevieve yourself. Okay. Well, we all have our fave, it seems. But I understand the one crying over Chrome. We have few husbandos already. Despite suffering heavy damage, Grey Raven still applied to return to the battlefield multiple times. I had to stop them with the Star of Life, but maybe I can send them to the less dangerous City 015 for an investigation mission. I'm guessing by Grey Raven he means Lucia and Lee only, because Liv is still in a coma, right? And we can barely stand. The Commandant, I mean. His thoughts are interrupted by an incoming comms request. Speaking. It's from the captain of Mountain Vulture, Commander Nicola. Have we found the engineering force? What are the coordinates? Celica sounds embarrassed as she hesitates a little. No, they seem to have encountered an enemy. Roland? Or, is it Luna? Is it an escaping Luna? A transport shuttle is flying in space. The moon has become quite small behind it. That monster who merged with the zero-point engine. How did it get on the moon? I don't know. No, it was Roland's fault. Even if you guys don't know, just assume everything is Roland's fault. Yomi? Oh, you mean the Data Life character? I don't exactly know which characters they're gonna release though. But whichever character it is, I will be pulling for them. Because I want a collab character myself. I don't know, but it probably wasn't there in the beginning. Karenina takes out the cassette recorder she found in the zero-point reactor core. She's already learned about its content. This is quite an antique audio player. I always love this little smug face she does. Never thought you could have this taste. I guess listening to music can more or less help you change your barbarian way of thinking. The only thing I remember about cassette tapes is when I was like a toddler and like pulling out the, dark brown tape parts. Like pulling them out and then rolling them back in. I don't remember if I ever got into trouble for that. I don't think I ever did, so most likely I only destroyed the cassette tapes that were, not all that important. So that's why my parents never really yelled at me for it. Karenina replied with a tusk and ignored her. She stares at the starry universe outside. The root cause of the lunar base incident could be traced to the past. The consequence of the necessary sacrifice made back then is still posing a threat to all humans today, and it may well last into the future. So, does that mean they're not gonna go back to the moon at all, ever? Not even the Norman mining core? Fortunately, humans may finally have enough power to change that future. So, how do you find the spaceship? I don't recall seeing any record of spacecraft staying in the lunar base. Oh, did they take Roland's spaceship? No, my laundry! No! Stop! Why are you like this? No. No! And get your literal dirty paws away from my laundry. That's the white laundry too. I kind of want to put my laundry basket on the wardrobe, but I have a feeling that he might just try to climb the wardrobe anyway. He actually did it this morning. I'm a little proud and scared. Like how has he gotten so powerful so fast? Okay, I don't think he'll try anymore. Not for now. He's not looking at the basket anymore. No idea. This is quite an old ship, probably served in the post-pandemic age. It was made in Kurono, but is currently registered under Babylonia. So, is it Roland's ship? Does that mean Roland stayed on the moon with Luna, maybe? Because I mentioned Roland cats are territorial. Damn it. Aang was triggered by Roland. Wait, could it be that the spaceship picking us up had departed earlier? We're pretty lucky. Excuse me, I hate to interrupt you, but Karenina, your hand is on my head. Why is your hand on his head, Karenina? Oops, sorry. If we're lucky, we wouldn't have to face this just hours before retreat. Sorry again, but you're stepping on my abdomen, Teddy. Why are you on the floor, Yara? No wonder it feels soft. Yara, don't you think you need some exercise? Please stop it. Why are we all cramped up in such a tiny pod? Oh, that's right, they had a bunch of other people with them. The engineering force, Kurono scientists, along with some fainted soldiers. Tens of people are squeezed inside a little life pod like a sardine can. Does that mean that no one died? Well, we're lucky that we're all still alive. We should think about how we can restore the zero-point engine after we go back. Wouldn't that be an easy task with all the information you bring back? It better be. We almost died for it. The entire engineering force won't forgive you if you screw it up. Just wait and see. You can start thinking of a name for the new engine. Haha, how about DeLorean? It comes from an old... Oh, don't let it be Roland. Someone mentions an old classic movie or something. That's gotta be Roland. Roland, is that you? The male voice comes from the ship's internal broadcast. He probably is the pilot. He saved everyone after all. No! Damn it! We have Roland to thank for Karenina's survival. Karenina and Teddy. God damn it. Clown car for real. Clown spaceship, actually. He saved everyone after all, so Karenina couldn't blame him for the awkward conversation. Besides, he must have also heard her complaints on the limited cabin space. That's actually not bad. Excuse me. This... God damn it, it is Roland! Just call me Romo. Captain Romo has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Captain Romo, how long will it take for this ship to arrive at Babylonia? Well, I'm not so sure. Maybe it'll take a day, or 8 hours, or 10 minutes. His bizarre estimate makes Karenina and Teddy even more confused. Just throw him out the ship, please. Just eject him. I'm sure one of you can figure out how to fly this thing. Hey, Teddy, why do I find his voice a little familiar? A sudden turbulence interrupts Karenina. It does not feel like the ship has hit a meteorite or space debris. Did something happen? Oops, haha, don't worry. We're just under attack by Babylonia's space fighters. What? Why is Babylonia attacking us? Didn't take long for them to find out that I jacked the ship. What? Did you jack the ship? Fuck, who the heck are you? You guys just got on a ship, not knowing who the driver is. This is how people get murdered. Just realized the entire Aang saga is the PGR playlist. How intriguing. Well, not the entirety. I think from... let me check. It should be from April onwards. Aang was born early April. Actually, let me check. When did I start raising this child? When did I start raising this little gremlin? Yeah, probably around the Roland stuff. Is it around the Roland stuff? Wait. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that Aang was introduced into my life together with Roland. He was. Holy shit, he was. No. Okay, he was born the same day that I did Luna's character interlude. Okay, so that may explain why he was triggered by hearing Roland's name. Damn. Welp. It seems that my son's life is intrinsically linked to Roland. Karenina searches her memories and finally recalls this annoying voice. He is annoying, she heard in the past. You invited yourselves to my ship and still dare to be picky. That's why I don't like humans. A pilot who calls himself Romo lets out a sigh, but soon changes into a cheerful tone. Alrighty, dear passengers, our trip is coming to an end. I wish you a pleasant and safe journey. Time to say goodbye. Ciao. After a slight shock, the safety lock of the life pod is disengaged. In Karenina's high-pitched swearing, Captain Romo ejects the life pod into space, then accelerates towards Earth. I mean, thanks, I guess. But we're never doing that again, right? We're never getting into the same car as him, right? Please say no. Oh. Okay, new note, so I must drink. Okay, sis, what happens to the rabbit? What happened to the rabbits in the end? He was born in the Luna mines just like us, true brethren. Hard to imagine that he's already 4 months old now, almost 5 months, now that August is almost over. They grow up so fast. Just the other day, I looked at pictures of him when he was small, when he could still fit in my pocket. They stayed on the moon. What were they going to do after they stayed on the moon? What did they do? Since they loved carrots so much, I guess they must have planted a lot of carrots on the moon. Just say no because yes, nicely. Okay, thank you, I guess. Okay, what did they do after that? After that, they were digging the ground in order to plant carrots. They dug and dug until they found a carrot monster in the soil. It was formed by the spirits of all the carrots they ate. That's kind of horrifying, Lucia. What? Are you... Is Lucia... Young Alpha, did you imagine all of the food that you previously eaten turned into some kind of spiritual monster? Is that what you think of? Big monster. Then what? What happened to the rabbits? Did the carrot monster eat them? the food you eat will be the ones to eat you. Right, the rabbits came together to build a robot called Iron Bunny. Then they were about to attack the carrot monster. The rabbits were so good. What happened after? Do you still want more? Oh, right. Luna, it's about time for you to sleep. Otherwise, I won't tell you stories tomorrow. Are you gonna tell me more stories tomorrow? Of course, but you need to sleep first. Sure, Luna will be a good girl. Good night, sis. Good night, Luna. Have a nice dream. Tomorrow will be a new day. So Luna's just stuck on the moon for now? I mean, maybe, being an ascendant, the Ascension Network can somehow help her fly back down to Earth, maybe? Raging gravitational waves are tearing apart the tiny lab relentlessly. The interval between waves is quickly decreasing, approaching the critical point. Decomposed buildings keep falling around. The giant Omega weapon has completed its mission and gets buried under the debris. Garlic bread only transforms into blessings, so you're good. But do you only eat the garlic bread? What about all of the drinks that you've drunk? What if one day they return as a giant tsunami ready to drown you? Ugh, actually, imagining every drink I've ever drunk mixed together like that. Ew, never mind. The imprisoned agent is no longer here. Okay, so she left on the ship too, probably. Nope. Is she still on the... Oh, she's still here. The wrecked zero-point engine emits a blazing blue light from the... And you gotta realize you're a big boy now, You can't climb on things you used to be able to climb on. You're too big for them. He tried to climb on my little bookshelf. It's like quite small. And he knocked down some stuff. They grow up so fast. It's kind of hard to believe. The wrecked zero-point engine emits a blazing blue light from the center of the gravity waves. Around them floats a white figure that seems completely unaffected by the gravitational waves. The pale flesh wiggles around the zero-point engine, trying to crawl onto the white figure's body. You too are a pathetic creation. Your fate was twisted from the very beginning. Luna allows it to wrap around her. Oh, is this how she gets her red frame? I forgot what it's called. But the moment it touches Luna, it turns into crimson ash and dissolves away. Oh? The blue glow of the zero-point engine is turning incandescent white, warning everyone that the gravitational waves will soon explode and destroy everything on the ground. Underestimate your drinking ability. You don't drink alcohol. It's not just alcohol. Like, imagine all of the, normal water, plus tea, plus any kind of coffee or milk, and then plus all of the sodas that you must have drunk from the moment you were born until now, all mixing together. Blech. You're the #1 choco milk drinker, and imagine all of that choco milk mixing together with, like, the first soda you ever eaten. And if we're counting all liquids, then maybe ice cream would count too. All of that plus all of the ice cream that you've ever had. Blech. Is this the pure destructive power brought by science? Let me harness this power. Luna raises her right hand and gathers all the punishing virus from the entire lunar base. No, hey, not again! No, get out! No. Stop it. Get some help. Hold on. Hold on, let me do this. Okay. She got in my laundry basket again. I know it's my fault for not immediately folding my laundry after it's done. But I can still blame him for being weird about it. I put my jacket over the laundry basket, so if he does try to get in again, at least the jacket will be, kind of like a layer between him and the clean clothes. You are the #1 world's chocolate milk drinker. I'd believe it. Chocolate milk and garlic bread. Yeah, I'd believe that. Meanwhile, chaotic and destructive gravitational waves are also slowly gather around Luna. I'm going back to where Sis is. Luna gently holds the frog charm in her scarred right hand. She rests it on the safest place near her chest. Look at that, we have something in common, Luna. My hands are also scarred because of my son. The concentrated gravitational waves send the punishing virus sphere afloat before it disappears in a blazing light. He did that because I mentioned his Pisoto mother Luna cats are territorial. Oh, speaking of his mom, she actually comes over to play with him sometimes, but he's not used to someone who fights back because I don't usually fight back when he plays with me, when he scratches me, But his mom does fight back against him. So Aang always freezes or runs away whenever she starts fighting back against him. He doesn't understand. That's just how cats play with each other. The white-haired girl is moving alone in the wilderness. She suddenly stops. As if she has heard something, she raises her head slightly to look at the night sky. It's almost dawn. A meteor suddenly bursts into the sky and slowly descends. Luna. She knows! That's her sister! The ascendant named Alpha takes a few baffled steps. She then quickly sprints towards the sunrise. I think this is the same background that they used when they introduced Voodoo, I'm pretty sure. Because I kind of remember that shiny moonlight. And it's over. It's done. That was nice. It was honestly way more lighthearted than chapter 18 and 17 and 16. Even though, things did seem dire for a bit, I knew everyone would be okay. I was expecting some NPCs to die, but you know what? Glad they didn't. Glad there was no on-screen deaths for the Karenina chapter. She deserves something lighthearted like that. So now, I guess it's time for the arcade anima. I honestly completely forgot about this until just right before stream. So yeah, let's do this. I think you guys also told me I can also do Nanamis already. Not sure about these two. I don't think I can do Nones just yet. But for now, we'll do Kareninas, and then tomorrow we'll continue with... Oh no, wait, tomorrow is HSR's release. Never mind, we'll do ER01, I guess, next week? Zero adjustment. Let's go! It needs it to be lighthearted, to be fair. So I tried the Karen. I pulled. Oh, that's right. Wait, I wanted to show you guys. Hold on. Yeah, I'll be sure to do that again. But look at her. Where is she? I didn't have enough materials to completely level her up. But look at her! I got this, and I got her, and I got Patrick Star. I still can't believe it's called Patrick. Ah. And look at her! She's so awesome. She's a little sailor girl. And yeah, I did hear her voice lines too. She does sound a lot higher than she does, with her older frames like this, and even with Skyer, wherever Skyer is. Where is she? Yeah, I think she sounds just a tiny bit deeper with her older frames. And Effulgence, what was this one called again? Effulgence sounds a lot higher. I think they were really up in the tsundere part of her for that one. But yeah, I got her. Yay. Okay, let's play. Let's do this again. Let's start this again. She is our captain, and we are the commandant. Before a giant window wall of the bridge, a few operators from CC gather around a construct that's busy working away on the virtual panel. I think CC is the control court. I love that this thing can just pop up and down. It's cute. Dozens of variables for coordinates flash under the pair of amber eyes. After carefully verifying the data, the construct lets out a sigh, and the info device on her head sags down. If I squish the Karen, I can do that? I can actually interact with her more than just listening to her voice lines? Huh. I may explore that later. I do want to squish the Karen. She deserves to be squished. She does a quick wave to close the virtual panel and turns to face the anxious operators. The coordinate data calculation is bugged, which means that every observation results in a 1,000-kilometer error in distance. So it's a fact that our interstellar observer is malfunctioning and can no longer be used for military strategy and real-time ground surveillance. Hi, Durs. Hello. Oh, wait, I forgot. I need to hydrate first. It's a new node. Let me hydrate. Durs, I forgot that today was a public holiday, so I was so confused when I went downstairs for lunch and I saw that everyone was still at home and not at work. It was like, wait, what? Did I just go through a whole week? No, it's actually a public holiday, not the weekend. So it is a fact that that won't do. Cold sweat gathers on his forehead as he looks at the ceiling. With a holographic image projected onto the center of the bridge, the giant dome is speckled with countless dots of light. It is a military map based on Earth used by CC to issue missions to the task force on the ground. Operators are tasked with recording real-time data received from the map and use this data to make decisions for battle strategies. Any error will have disastrous results if they give the task force misdirected instructions. All of this relies on the accurate coordinate calculation system, which is supplied by the Babylonia Interstellar Observer. Any error in this device will cause a complete breakdown of operations in CC and the task force. What CC? Is it the control court? Command center operator? Command center, maybe? How long would it take the engineering force to fix the observer? City 043 is in a critical stage in its battle. We've set in 5 elite squads and every order given is of monumental importance. So there's Simon's squad, there's the guy who looks like Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, they said Cerberus and Strikehawk 2 and Grey Raven. I mean, Vanessa's squad is also down there. I guess maybe this is like early on in chapter 16 maybe. The system is very complicated. I need to first figure out the cause of the issue. The optical atomic clocks inside the observer is a highly delicate device and will take some work to repair. You have 2 more days until off days. Your motorcycle broke down yesterday. What did you do? You went rumpeting, huh? You might rumpet, huh? But yeah, you're definitely gonna need that to go to work, right? Well, good luck with that. I don't know nothing about motorcycles. Then, sensing the despair in the operator's voice, Karenina clenches her fists and changes her attitude. She clenches her teeth and thumps her chest with a little pride. Well, who do you think I am? It's nothing more than a mega GPS. Any intern from the engineering force can fix it. How much time do I have? With the battle going on the surface, at most 48 hours. 20 hours, that's all I need. Really? Holy, you're a godsend, Karenina. She is. If we can't get it back to normal, we might have to give up on everything we have at City 043. Alright, totally caught your drift here. Caught your drift there. I gotta head back to the engineering force to fetch some equipment now. Karenina's had enough of this emotional operator and quickly exits the bridge onto the hallway. She scans her surroundings to check she's alone and turns on her communication device. Teddy! Hey, Teddy, are you there? How many guys do you have stationed at Babylonia right now? That totally came out of nowhere, but let's see. 24 here on their shift. We're all in the workshop at the factory testing out, something interesting. No? Teddy got a secret project going on? Hey, intern, too much fuel. Are you trying to blow us up? On the other side of the line, Teddy is with members of the engineering force. She seems to be supervising their work. Count everyone that's on vacay too. Oh, and you, get over here immediately. This sounds urgent. What happened? Well, what happened was she gave herself a very short timeline when a longer one was offered. Duh, you think I'm just fooling around? Babylonia's interstellar observer is malfunctioning. You haven't explained what it is or what it does, so I don't know how important this is. It needs fixing immediately. It affects the deployment of ground forces, so I want the entire team on it. The entire team? That sounds super serious. Oh, I see what's going on now. You can't get it done by yourself, right? Smug Teddy. I like it. Smug Teddy is best Teddy. Well, be that as it may, how does that help with the situation in any meaningful way? I'm just making a wild guess, but did you happen to tell people there 5 minutes ago that you can fix this in my sleep? Teddy? She can make her blush. Teddy, you know how the tsunderes work. Okay, I'm done. I'll get everyone to head over right now. Listen up! Captain wants all of us to head down to her designated location at once. Teddy gathers all the members with a clap of her hands. Strike Grey Raven, Strike Hawk, Egret, Engineering Force, Purifying Force, Cerberus. There's one more, I'll find out about it in ER02, which is next chapter. Okay, so I guess you're not counting Simon and that other guy's. I forgot that other commandant's name, but the one that looks like Yu-Gi-Oh and who was filling in as Yata's commandant. The blonde one. I forgot their name. But yeah, I guess you're not counting those two, huh? We'll be there in 5 minutes. Use that time to come up with a plan, Captain. Thank you, guys. Realizing that it's not a fair order to some of the members, Karenina nods to Teddy to express her gratitude. Well, not the first time. Just remember to keep your promise. Teddy gives Karenina a smile and hangs up. You know what? I wasn't expecting Karenina to have this kind of dynamic with Teddy. Ooh, cool. Nice place. Oh, Ayla! And it's new Ayla. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that kind of dynamic between them, but I like it. I like how they're kind of frenemies, but not exactly rivals, you know, in the way that Karenina is rivals with Lucia. That's more like a one-sided kind of rivalry, you know, mostly on Karen's side. With Teddy, it's more like a tsundere and her handler. Ah, here it is. Here's your last copy as usual with the signatures from the main production team. Oh? Bianca is a fan? Bianca nods in thanks as she takes the collectible movie disc set box from Ayla. Thanks a lot, Ayla. It must have been a lot of trouble to get this for me. This movie seems quite popular in Babylonia. Don't worry about it. An old fan like you deserves some special treatment, and you're always too busy to make it to the releases. I watched this when it came out, and I liked it so much that I really wanted to keep a copy in my collection. She has a collection? Ah, I'll let the crew know. I'm sure they'll be delighted to hear that. But I do feel bad for asking you to do this for me every time. Don't worry about it. I know you'd do the same for me if I were the one asking for help, Bianca. Oh, is this Ayla's way of saying that if she, you know, ever betrayed Babylonia for Selena, she's asking Bianca not to kill her immediately? Or at least to go easy on her, maybe? Of course, it's something I can do. Oh, and that reminds me, says Ayla with a suspicious smile, that I do have a favor to ask of you. Ayla digs out a package from under the counter. It's an item sealed in a WGAA box that looks old and dusty. Harley Joe? Yeah, that one! His squad is dead, so you didn't count them. Okay, yeah, the blonde one. Harley Joe. I gotta remember. Harley's in Hawaii. That's how I'll remember the name. I keep forgetting that name. Simon's name is easy enough, but Harley Joe. Ayla digs out a package from under the counter. It's an item sealed in a WGAA box that looks old and dusty. What's that? I heard someone ask WGAA to keep it a long time ago. It's long past the storage period, but nobody came to claim it, so we don't know what to do with it. Oh? The WGAA is some kind of, what's it called? Some kind of bank, too, I guess? I didn't know that they could do that. They could just keep stuff for people. They went through the usual process of searching for the owner of the package, but he left Babylonia long ago. Teddy knows how to clap back to Karen. Yep, she does. Some ways they're best buddies. I do like it, though. It's so nice to see that there's someone who's, like, you know, who can get on Karen's level, even if not physically. Because Teddy is it's much shorter, but still, you know, they're equals. It's nice to see. So, you want me to find the owner? I don't think you'll need to look for him. You probably know who he is. I was a little curious, so I asked Sika to look into Babylonia's database for me and... Wait, I know this person? But if it's been so long... Huh. Bianca takes the package and studies the faded letters on the seal. Wise? Ring any bell? As in... ZZZ? As in... brother of Bell? Bianca silently reads the long-forgotten name that brings to mind a series of memories. Yes, I've heard the name, and I sort of know him too. Harley Joe will appreciate that. I'm the only person who tried to remember him. I only really remember him because he looks like Yu-Gi-Oh from SAO. Light flickers in her eyes as past memories stir up a wealth of emotions. Honestly, I'm not really much of a fan of SAO, but my best friend was... you know, a big fan of it when it was coming out, so we'd watch the new episodes each week. I may not be, you know, a major fan of the franchise, but it does hold some sentimental value to my heart. He was part of the Cosmos Technician Union, a renowned physicist and engineer. And he was also Karenina's mentor. Oh, in the past. Okay. So that means Bianca has known Karenina for at least that long. Karen has a lot of friends, huh? With Lucia, and then Bianca, and also Teddy. Damn, Miss Congeniality over there. When she opened her eyes, she was in another world. Oh, this is the time Karen became a construct. Actually, have we seen that background before? I don't think so. This is new. Just like the theater before. One that's unfamiliar and cold. That line was written here before ZZZ. It's crazy. I mean, to be fair, Wise is kind of a cool name, so, you know, I'm not surprised that other people would have used it in their own fictional stories too. Kind of like the name Zero. It's cool enough that it's common-ish in most stories. What in the world is this? Vital signs stable. Inver device successfully implanted. Infection rate within a safe range. The operation is over. Well done, everyone. Construct surgery operation success rate has increased by 80% thanks to Professor Callan's technology. Should the host demonstrate adaptability to Tantalum-193. Constructs are our best countermeasure against the punishing. This is a significant breakthrough. We'll be able to manufacture constructs more efficiently and use them to battle the virus. Well, what's going to happen to this kid then? Should we let her join the construct defense team? So you guys just changed her into a construct without a plan? Like, oh, so we actually succeeded this time. Huh. Now what? You guys were expecting to fail. The success rate looks good now, but we've still got to have the adaptability issue figured out. Only a handful of humans can make it. No, we'll respect her will. Oh? First, we've benefited greatly from Professor Callan's technology. This will count as a small compensation. Oh, so it's because she's his granddaughter. Because I don't think they gave any of the other people they operated on, you know, a choice. But they're giving it to Karen because of her grandpa. Grandpa, are you in there? Grandpa, don't leave me. Her pleas are not answered. Darkness devours her eyesight and leaves only unbearable pain in her mind. Oh, ooh, it's a party. Oh. She jolts awake from her sleep. Karenina looks down at her still unfamiliar new body in silence. Sometimes I can't tell because, like, when they show flashbacks of Karen as a human, her hair looks kind of light pinkish. Like, a little lighter than Teddy's. But then sometimes, like with this, it looks like a very, very light platinum blonde. But then, for, I think, the cover of Chapter 19, they give her white hair, too. I think her Effulgen's frame also has white hair. It's kind of hard to tell with the 2D art sometimes. The tiny heart that beats silently in the dead of night inside her feeble body is gone. Don't devour her, Kamu! Kamu, no! Kamu, you'll get indigestion! Her frail physical form and senses are replaced by hard metal. The way she sensed the world had changed completely. Like the ship of Theseus? Oh, it's that one. She can't be sure if she's still the same Karenina. So, like, apparently there's, like, this historical ship that, you know, is made of wood. And because it's made of wood, it rots away. Even though it's kept in a museum and stuff. And anytime a part of it rots away, they just replace the wood with new wood and stuff. Until eventually, like, the entirety of the ship is made of new wood. And they don't really have parts from the original ship of Theseus. So now anything that's like replaced slowly but surely like that is, you know, also compared to the ship of Theseus. I think that's the story behind it. She has white hair, definitely. It's a white-haired simp, you can tell. Okay, so it's Karen, Alpha, Luna, and not Roland. Not Nanami. Who else has white hair? Wow, Wanchi. Yeah, PGR definitely likes their white-haired people. She should have died with Grandpa Callan the night... Oh, also Rosetta. The night they were ambushed by the corrupted construct. When she woke up, her surgeon gave her an overview of the process and briefly explained the idea of a construct. Afterwards, she was sent to live in a ground defense force base The manager told her that she could do as she pleased while getting used to her new identity. So, hmm. So her grandpa is already dead, then, at this point. Like, it's confirmed, huh? But that proved to be much harder to do than said. Many days had passed and she still felt lost. Grandpa. She thought about sneaking back to the slums where she lived with Grandpa, but as a construct, her every move was carefully monitored by the army. They say they're gonna give her a choice, but it's not really a choice. And they forbade her to visit infected areas. She drew open her tent and saw hungry refugees lining up for porridge nearby. Karenina found herself drawn toward the line by the aroma. You can't eat though, Karen. Hey, what are you doing here? Constructs don't need food. You aren't gonna fight us for the food here, are you? Yeah, there isn't enough to begin with. Jeez, did I even say I came for the food? Cut me some slack already. She was in no mood to squabble with these people because she never felt hungry anymore. He dies at the end of her interlude, so yes. Ah. Yeah, I'm kind of remembering now. It's kind of coming back to me. Feels like it's been so long since I did her interlude. She didn't need to eat, would never get sick, and had physical capabilities many times those of a human. These were the difference between a construct and a human, as explained to her by a technician. What he didn't tell her, though, was the difference in mentality and identity that she would be experiencing. I don't think they really can tell you anything, Karen. I'm pretty sure this is still, still new to them as well. If having Katie and Tom call her an outcast back then hurt, what she was experiencing now was definitely more heart-wrenching. Ah, like, I get it. I get why they wouldn't let her go back. Because, yeah, one, she's kind of like a limited resource now. And also, at this point, I guess having constructs become corrupted would definitely be more of a hindrance to them. So they want to, limit the amount of corrupted constructs as much as possible. But it still sucks that they kind of gave her a choice, but also not, kind of. She wandered around the empty space like a feral cat in an unfamiliar territory, surveying the area with wary eyes. In response to her unknown anxiety, heightened senses and increased vigilance were imposed upon her. Mom, do you see that girl over there? Be quiet, come here. A girl about 5 or 6 of age gave Karenina strange looks before her mother quickly shepherded her away. Yeah? What the heck are you looking at? The mother couldn't help but stare at Karenina's exposed metal arm and invert device. Noticing the stare, Karenina shoved her arm in annoyance into her deep pockets and turned to leave. I mean, she already has an invert device, but I'm guessing this is around the time where they haven't figured out that they need a commandant to, like, stabilize the mind of constructs? Maybe? Because otherwise I feel like they wouldn't have just left her here without a commandant. Especially since her frame is apparently one of the earlier frames that are more unstable. Hey you! She approached a group of boys playing in a clearing, but they quickly tensed up and backed off when they noticed her. Well, what do you want? I have a few questions to ask. I don't know anything. Yeah, let's go somewhere else. You don't follow us. The boy led the group and ran off in the distance, leaving Karenina all alone by herself. I swear to God. She squinted her eyebrows and pulled down her hat. That's a hat? That was a hood. That was a hood to conceal her conspicuous invert device. Yeah, those are definitely conspicuous, alright. I kind of want to, like, wave a red sheet over her and yell, Toro, Toro! He shouldn't have minded all the strange looks because this wasn't anything new to her. You do like this arcade anima a lot. It's the first time you actually get to see construct racism. Racism in PGR? Hey, Mike, your phone is dying. Can't find a charger. Okay, bye, Mike. Go charge your phone. Bye. Thank you for dropping by, though. Take good care. She was able to completely forget the senseless hostility back then because she knew that someone in the world cared about her. Grandpa. She would listen to Grandpa Callan's wild fairy tales every night and try crazy science experiments together on their days off. Science experiments? That's what you call making pipe bombs, huh? Hurtful words and looks coming from some of the children her age were nothing compared to all the wonderful times she got to spend with Grandpa. And now she found herself alone in the world once again. And now, are you Karenina? I don't think I've ever seen this NPC design before. An unkempt man who looked about 30 came up to Karenina from behind. Who are you? What do you want? Karenina turned around to look the man over. The man's attire reminded her of the surgeons who turned her into a construct, and she never really liked them. My name is Wise. Wise! So this is what happens when Wise grows up in a different apocalyptic world without his sister. How long have you lived with Professor Callan? Did he ever tell you anything about himself? The man spoke with a cold, indifferent, but sharp tone. The horns aren't the invert device, they're part of the hood. Oh. When you upgrade A rank Karen, you can remove her hood and see. Oh. Okay. So then where are her invert devices? Well, I guess I can only see once the hood is down, huh? Do you know my grandpa? Is he still alive? Professor Callan is gone. He cannot come back from the dead. Looks like you don't know anything. I'm not gonna waste my time. Wait! Karenina pulled on Wise's hand, gritting her teeth with an aggressive glare, like an injured, fierce cat. It's true that I don't know anything, but you do, right? Tell me about Grandpa Callan. What did he do? Why do you call him Professor? And who are you? I'm under no obligation to answer any of that. This is Wise without any of Belle's empathy, huh? But I have the right to know. Karenina's yelling rang in his ear, and he stayed silent. And what do I stand to gain from telling you? Nothing, and that's why you have no right whatsoever. Then what should I do? I didn't ask to become like this. I'm starting to learn that most of the characters didn't ask to become like this, but like this they are anyway. I know Grandpa was a great man. He always writes impressive things in his notebook. I didn't understand half of it, but... Actually, you don't have to tell me, but I'm hoping that one day we actually get to meet a character that, is first introduced as a human, and then they tell us they want to change it to a construct later. I know we almost got that with Shrek, but then he died. But, I'm hoping maybe we could actually see a character in the story in real time, not as a flashback. Like, I want to see a character like go through the process of deciding that they want to be a construct. I know Chrome also had a choice. He definitely chose it, and Lee technically chose it, but he was desperate to help his brother. But I kind of want to see like that kind of character arc where maybe they see what all of the constructs have to go through and everything they do to like save humanity and stuff, and then they decide they want to be like that too, and so they go through the process of like getting tantalum 193 stuff tested, and then like being told that they can be turned into a construct, and then making the decision they want to be a construct, and then that would be cool. I know Grandpa was a great man. He always... Okay. I lived with him for so long, but know close to nothing about him, and I'll never get to talk to him again because he's gone. Hello! Yes, I am playing PTR. Welcome, Yuichi. I'm still kind of newish. I just finished chapter 19, so I still got a long way to go. But I'm enjoying myself so far. I just want to know a little more about him, nothing more. Is that too big of a favor to ask? You said you didn't understand half of what he wrote. Does that mean you understood the other half? So what if I did? Grandpa taught me things here and there. What's wrong with that? Let go. You let go and go get some clean sheets of paper and a pen. For what? A test. A test to see if you have the potential to access the world Professor Callan gave his life for. I'm pretty sure stuff like paper is very limited, and you wanna waste it on a test like this, really? It's not like you have the paper-making robot that eventually turns the universe into paper with you, do you? 47% correct. As for each topic, a good understanding of Newton's laws and analytical mechanics, a basic grasp of electromagnetism, but almost no knowledge of thermodynamics and statistical mechanics. Oh my god. Why am I getting flashbacks to school all of a sudden? Which server? I think I'm also on Asia Pacific. I don't know. I never really checked that, but I'm pretty sure Asia Pacific. And terrible at all other basic sciences. A bare pass. Wise took one last glance at Karenina's answer sheet, carefully folded it, and put it away. She never had a proper education and was using many theories and formulas incorrectly. Without rigorous scientific training, her methods of proof were anything but methodical. But these skills could be perfected with practice, since Karenina already had what it took to become an outstanding researcher. Perhaps it was from the influence of Professor Callan, or perhaps Callan adopted Karenina because he saw her potential. I almost forget that Karenina was adopted by her grandpa. Wise lowered his head and was lost in thought as he re-evaluated the girl. Synthetic paper exists, many other synthetic stuff. Ah, I see. Hey, you said I passed, so you'll tell me about Grandpa now? I guess they can't really make actual paper now, huh? Now that they know that even trees can be corrupted by the punishing virus. With Wise keeping his silence, Karenina grew impatient. No, I cannot tell you, and neither will I. Are you fucking with me? To achieve something, you first have to be able to do it. I mean, he's not wrong. Professor Callan was a renowned scientist. His world is not comparable to a girl born in the slums. If you want to understand who he was and what he's done for the world, then you first have to be a part of the world of science. Science! The grandpa she knew sounds dramatically different from the person Wise is describing. He was a normal old man who sometimes seemed a bit crazy when he talked about profound-sounding things that nobody could even begin to understand. Ah, damn, thank you, Yuichi. Glad to have you join us. He didn't have a halo above his head, and she never knew he had incredible achievements. You don't gotta tell me, but Yuichi, are you like a veteran player? Or are you like new to PDR, kind of like I am? In front of her is an unfamiliar path leading her to Callan's past and her future. What do I need to do? I can take you to a place where you can learn everything you need to know. Wise reaches out to Karenina as an invitation to the world. The world that they belong to. Karenina did not hesitate. She pulled out the cold metal arm in her pocket and grabbed the equally cold hand of the man. Zawarudo. Bonon drag? The world is no longer silent. Down, down. Fuck it, why? Karenina shot open the door in a fit of rage and slammed on the desk a stack of papers stamped with red ink. This is the third time they rejected my internship application. Is the Science Council fucking nuts? I was the top scorer among all the candidates on the written test. She growled with rage and let herself slump heavily into a chair, pulled on her hair, and mumbled something unintelligible. Wise stood in silence and finally scanned over her rejected application before folding them up and feeding them into the shredder. How dare you waste paper like this? I'm telling on you to the paper robot. In the first question, the formula you used to calculate the angular momentum of celestial bodies is the wrong one. I thought we reviewed Kepler's laws 2 weeks ago. The only thing I know about Kepler is that there's a star named after him. That was a stupid mistake. They rejected me anyways, so that question wouldn't have changed anything. Doing random jobs won't help them with anything. The council won't let you lay a finger on any important projects. Why? Do they have something against Cosmos Technicians Union? Cosmos Technicians Union. I feel like we've heard this before. No, not that. Because you're a construct. Maybe at this point, since constructs are still a new thing, they probably wanted all the constructs available to be on the field instead of, doing background stuff like engineering, huh? War against the punishing is getting worse and construct tech is an important area of research. Yeah, sure you are. Good to know, Yuichi. I honestly don't know how to add people on PTR, but thank you for telling us. They'll never let a construct in on such important research data. Just think about how they've treated you these past few years. Constructs are not allowed to access these research reports and academic papers. That's the rule. They're for Dr. Wise? Okay, give me a minute. I need to fill in a form. Your audit application was rejected. Professor Samuel's team is already full. Which squad do you belong to? Oh, I don't think we've seen this NPC design either. Constructs shouldn't be wandering around here after hours. Don't you know you might get charged? Oh, charged as in punished. Okay, I thought he meant charged as in they're gonna charge her like a phone, like a battery? A reserve member of the Cosmos Technicians Union. When did they allow constructs to join? I need to confirm your identity. Well, I thought things would be different when you brought me to Babylonia. Turns out they're just as prejudiced as they come. What right do they have to treat constructs differently? I was as much of a human as they are before I was modified. Yeah, this is something I don't think a lot of the characters emphasize enough. They were all once human. Before the Golden Age, humans discriminated against each other based on everything, like skin color and body type. Constructs have a totally different body makeup from humans, so that's all the more reason for humans to treat constructs the way they do. True, humans suck. Humans are discriminatory. Is that the word? They're discriminatory. Also, I guess maybe some of them would think that constructs, once they get corrupted, would be a lot more dangerous to them. You know, if a human gets corrupted, they just die. But if a construct gets corrupted, then, you know, they'll turn into a zombie-like thing. That could be part of it. Complaining about the injustice of the world is not going to do you any good. If you don't like these people, forget about what they think or say. It had co-op a long time ago, not available anymore? Really? Wait, did the rest of you guys tell me this and I forgot? I didn't know that co-op was available before. But what can you do in co-op anyway? And if you don't have the power to change your situation, then shut out the world outside so it doesn't get to you. Well, why are you so talkative all of a sudden? It's not like I didn't know that. What about you? Karenina stretched lazily and sat up in her chair. Turning to look at Wise, she decided to talk about him for a change of mood. I don't know what Grandpa was studying in the past, but I know he was the greatest scientist who's ever lived. From what you said, he must have been an important person in the Science Council. So, why didn't you join the council if you respect him so much? Why are you drawing blueprints day in and day out here? Oh, I get it. You're just not good enough to get in, huh? Weiss froze for a moment as emotions flashed across his face, but vanished in a split second. Maybe he, considered Professor Callan like a rival, maybe, and he didn't want to be on the same team? I used to be part of the Science Council, but resigned. So did you review all the concepts this week? There's gonna be a live experiment next week, and I want to check your progress on engineering. Just beat up a boss. It was wanky, so they removed it. Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess it's probably the same reason why there's no co-op in HSR. There's not really much you can do together in games like HSR and PGR. Like with Genshin, I get it. It's an open world. There's actually a lot you can explore with friends and stuff. But yeah, games like PGR and HSR, you're kind of limited with stuff that you can do with other people. Babylonia introduced new regulations for constructs living here, which makes it impossible for you to stay in the Cosmos Technicians Union forever. The engineering force is a better choice for you than the Science Council. Once you join the engineering force, you'll earn the right to reside in Babylonia as a technician. After that, you can focus on perfecting your skills. Now that I think about it, are there any constructs that we know of in the present that's a part of the Science Council? I'm not sure about Professor Hippocrates, but, you know, we already know that Asimovo is a human. Are there any... Are the Science Council still racist against constructs in the present? And that's that. Weiss finished his speech in a monotonous tone before collecting his few personal belongings and exiting the lab. Gee, why does he have to be like that? Oh, I don't think I've ever seen them give her this face. That's a nice face. Karenina shrugged with indifference as Weiss disappeared from her view. Karenina's relationship with Weiss and the way they communicate has never changed since day one. Nirvatia. Oh, okay. She's part of the Science Council, huh? Good to know. Weiss always sounded aloof. He only taught Karenina academic knowledge and never said a word about anything else. Weiss was Karenina's second mentor in a sense, but he never cared for Karenina the way Callan did. I'm guessing it's more like, what's her name? The scientist from Atlantis and her relationship with baby Lamia. It feels more like that. He seemed to have built a giant wall around himself and locked away his heart with it so people wouldn't see his heart. That was, however, something Karenina found relatable, because that was exactly what she's been doing for a few years after getting turned into a construct in a world that was dominated by humans. Head of security of the Science Council. Okay, so technically she's not one of their scientists. Are they still racist against constructs then? Both Karenina and Wise kept their hearts sealed for different reasons, and yet they somehow managed to figure out a way to respect each other. Oh wait, what about Ishmael? She's also a part of Babylonia, right? Is she under the Science Council or something else? I forget. Karenina eventually came to accept the way they interacted. The engineering course, huh? Doesn't sound too bad. And then she met Teddy. Grandpa, the roof is leaking again. Yeah, her hair seems kind of like a very light strawberry blonde here. The food we hoarded is all moldy now. We have to dump it. You're playing Genshin, Wuwa, HSR. Damn, Mongol Star Dive, ZZZ. All gachas. And all gachas I've actually played on the channel. I don't think I'm ever gonna play Genshin, Wuwa, or Mongol Star Dive or NTE on stream again, at least not in a long time. But I am currently keeping up with HSR and ZZZ, and of course PGR. Oh, Katie, don't make that face. Katie? We'll just go out and find more when the sun is out. But how are you going to... Don't worry about me. Wait, I have an idea. I know exactly how to make my Katie happy. Katie? Did we know that her name used to be Katie? Did I forget? We'll just measure the distance here, calculate the time it takes to go one cycle, and draw out the framework. Come on, Katie, come decorate the house with me. We'll make it beautiful. Ishmael is in the control court. Okay. Yeah, so I guess Science Council really is just dominated by Asimov. They followed the diagram drawn by Kalin and used materials from the dump to create a single drainage system for their hut. That's amazing. That fixed the leakage, and we can even collect rainwater with it. That, my dear, is the power of science. Remember, science is a tool to a better life for all. So the crazy-looking explosives you were making before, are they supposed to make our lives better too? Karenina, everything is better with explosives. Don't worry, you'll learn. Yeah, you saw it. Imagine being called Katie. Imagine being called Christina, and then eventually changing your name to Teddy. I still don't get how she got Teddy from Christina. Ah ha ha ha, yes, but they're only half done. I'm old now, I can't remember everything. They're important, but I just can't get it done. Grandpa, take it easy. I'll finish them for you if you can't figure out how to finish them. I know you're great, but I'll become even greater than you. Because I'm the granddaughter of Kalin. And apparently your name is Katie. So, let me try to remember. Karenina, Teddy, Lee. Who else changed their names? Technically, Kamui also. His name changed after becoming a construct. His name was originally Kamu. Should I count Lucia in this? Maybe. If I'm counting Kamui, I guess I can count Lucia too. A lot of them chose to change their names after becoming constructs, huh? Structural Concepts and Systems, Practical Stress Concentration Handbook, Introduction to High Energy Physics, and A Brief History of Time? She just loves teddy bears. Yep, I guess that's the only reason you need. I love anime, so I guess after this, you can just call me Anime Girl. The last one is just for entertainment. Same old, discard. You have 15 days. Overdue books will result in a 3-month freeze of your account? Damn. Librarian took a quick glance at the construct in front of him and grabbed the card with Wise's name before scanning every book and tossing the card back. Karenina ignored him and carried off the stack of books, reaching her chest. Oh, Bianca! Excuse me, passing through. A slim blonde woman was standing by the bookshelves to make way for Karenina, who was heading straight for the back of the library without lifting her head. That lady has been coming here every day, right? The blonde lady approached the counter with her book and asked the librarian with a faint smile. Are you investigating her, Bianca? Is this, is the, construct racism so bad that Karenina's studying is already considered suspicious? I don't know, and I don't care. Which one do you want? This one. Salome? Why would a construct be reading? The librarian's mockery stopped mid-sentence. He made a small noise before scanning the book and passing it back to the lady. Would you stream Mongol Star Dive? I mean, I already played it once. It was more, because I try to at least try out a new game every Friday. I think maybe if I ever have the time, I will go back to revisit some of the games that I've played before. Not sure about Mongol Star Dive though. I'm pretty I'm pretty sure it's still a new game, right? It was recently released. So maybe once the game has gotten a little older, I might revisit it later. I might come back to it. Teddy is living her life as a Gatmoe. She loves to swear but still loves plushies. Two contrasting names. I'm already called Clutch. I can't be more anime girl than that. You reach level 60, got lots of characters, but you don't know how to build it. I also don't know how to build in Mongil Stardive, so if you're searching for a channel that can teach you more, I'm sorry, this is not it. You don't learn anything on this channel. I don't learn anything on this channel. Thank you. The construct maintained her smile throughout, giving no reaction at all to the librarian. Dee-dee-doo. Dum 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 dum. Babylonia Library. Under a river of simulated stars in a virtual night sky, a tiny candle burned brightly. So I'm supposed to calculate the flow volume. Oh my god. Flashbacks. Flashbacks to physics class. I need to use that law. What was his name again? I feel so tired. Wait, am I supposed to feel tired when I'm a construct? What's the fucking point of this body then? Yeah, exactly. What's the point of being, a robot if you still feel tired? Karenina shifted her head off the arm that was supporting it and put her head and shoulders straight on the table. Head and shoulders. Like the brand. Having been studying for hours on end, she looked up at the Babylonia sky that was stained in a dark blue and felt her mind slowing down. We only learn the greatness of garlic bread. 'Tis true, we worship garlic bread here. 40 more concepts to go over. Would it be easier if I just joined the task force and showed them my brawn? Nope, not gonna work. No, I didn't join the engineering force to stay in this place. I came here for... Karenina knew that she didn't come for the past, but to expand her future. Alright, moving on. Karenina gave herself 2 gentle slaps on the face and popped herself up to dive back into her books. That was when she smelled a deep fragrance. If you feel drowsy, give this a try. A hand with slender fingers pushed a cup of steaming brown liquid in Karenina's direction. Can she drink that? Looking up, Karenina saw a blonde lady smiling politely at her. What's that? Cafe-like electrolyte. Oh, it's an energy boost, like your normal coffee. Thank you. Wait, who are you? Yeah, I wouldn't drink that, Karenina. Not to say that Bianca means, is trying to poison you or anything, but you never met this lady. You don't know if she's trying to poison you or not. PGR is different from other games. The character build are way more easy and comfortable. Yeah, also, their gacha system, I feel isn't as cruel. Mind deviation should be like Rosetta if everything's overpowered. Ah, my name is Bianca. Relax, I'm a construct too. Bianca takes off her glove to reveal her metallic hand and waves it at Karenina. I know, it's to make them feel more human, to force them to feel tired and stuff. But still, if it were me, I'd ask them to take away the tired feeling. No, I want to be able to stay awake 24/7. I've seen you here all alone until very late a few times, so I thought I'd come and say hi. It's rare to meet another construct outside of work. Yeah, I guess, again, constructs are a pretty new thing at this point, right? So there wouldn't be that many of them around. And I guess the ones that are around would be deployed on Earth as part of the task force. May I? Sure, go ahead. Bianca pulled out the chair across from Karenina and sat down. Bianca was holding a hardcover in her hand, and from the visible half of the title, it seemed to be some book on art Karenina had never read. Ah, phew, so bitter. You have taste buds? Karenina took a tiny sip of the drink. Unlike its pleasant fragrance, its strong bitter sting spread in Karenina's mouth, forcing her to stick out her tongue. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you might not be used to the taste. Let me get some syrup or milk for you. No, it's fine. Karenina shook her head as she lifted the cup to her mouth and drank it in one giant gulp. I am definitely free to play for all of them, all of the gacha games that I play on and off stream. I'm free to play! No gacha game at this point has gotten any of my money. Phew. The bitter sting of the drink made Karenina bite her teeth and squint her face together. Suppressing the lingering taste, she smiled proudly at Bianca. See that? All in one gulp. Well, there isn't a competition here, and honestly, it's kind of wasteful how you just chugged it down like that. Ew, and I don't feel a thing. Where does it go, though? After drinking that, like, where does it go after that? They do they digest it? Does it become vital fluid? You guys don't need to answer me, but just curious. Are you sure it really works? You'll need to give it some time. Why don't we talk for a bit? I'll help you relax. It'll help you relax, right? Yeah, it'll help you relax. Would you like to chat? But we don't know each other. We will once we finish. We're also not supposed to talk in the library. Karenina scanned the silent space and paused for a moment when she realized that there was no one else around. Ooh, library date with Bianca. Against the warmly lit library interior, this area felt cold and deserted. The space was designated space for constructs, except only a handful has ever visited. Most constructs in Babylonia belonged to the task force. They could get called to the front line anytime, hence their lack of leisure to idle around in the library. Yeah, I figured most of them would definitely, have already been put to work. The space, however, had become something of a safe haven for Karenina, who came here all the time to study for the test she would have to take to join the engineering force. She felt as safe here as she did back in the hut where she lived with Grandpa Callan. I guess we could chat for a bit, but only for a bit. Thank you. It's kind of nice to see that Bianca was the one who first approached Karen, you know? She's the one who wanted to become friends with Karen. And I guess it's just because maybe she's lonely, but I like to think that she saw Karen as someone nice, as someone worthy of being friends, which, I guess would kind of explain why Karen was on the mission with her to take out Kamui. Maybe they really were just hanging out at the time, and then the mission came in, and Karen thought, like, you know what, might as well come with you. So, I see you're trying to get into the engineering force. The old man who adopted you will surely be proud of the path you have chosen. How did you know that, Bianca? Is this common knowledge at the time? They melt into vital fluid immediately, just like how IRL counterpart gets into your bloodstream quickly. I mean, yeah, everything we drink also gets into our bloodstream, but they also eventually turn to pee. I'm just wondering, do constructs pee then? Maybe, but I'm not doing this to make Grandpa happy. I made a deal with that jerk to come here so I could know more about Grandpa, but now I just want to find my own path. The learning process is long and boring, but that's what makes this skill valuable. Karenina glanced at the stack of notebooks on her table. These were the accumulation of her notes and comments since she started studying systematically. I never had a system when studying. She couldn't even write letters properly when she started. All the formulas she copied looked crooked. The information she was learning was disconnected, so it took her a long time just to get the basics down. My stuff fell. But she never once thought about quitting. Her idea of science was given to her by Grandpa Callan, and the mysterious world of science was the first thing she actually found beautiful about this world. May all the beauty be blessed. Play more gacha games than you need to pay for it. Your wallet has no more money. This is why you should be free to play. You can still play without giving them your money. The greedy corporations don't need more money. Science is for the betterment of humanity. I've never really gotten along with anyone in my life, and I don't fully understand what Grandpa meant by that. Only Kami Peace truly the sun. And I'm not really sure what I should do, but I have a feeling that I need to perfect the skills first before I can help people I care about. Oh yeah, and Panini Grey Raven Kamui did have to go to the bathroom. I remember now. I really admire people like you who can move down the path of what they want to do without worrying about what people might think of them. I'm sure you'll figure out what you want to do one day. What about you? You're a construct of the task force, right? Do you have to fight the punishing on a regular basis? No. She has to fight the other constructs. I'm sure I'll be going on missions with the task force once I join the engineering force, and we'll probably get to work together sometime. And I'll probably know enough things to be of help to you by then. Constructs still need sustenance and maintenance, just like your car still needs to flush the oil and coolants. I gotta be honest. I don't really know that cars had to do that. I'm not a car person. I didn't know that's something you need to do. Does that mean I haven't been taking care of the car? I mean, it's not my car. It's my brother's car. But still, I use it a lot. Am I supposed to have done that? How long has it been since I started using it? I think 2-3 years. Should I have been doing that in that time? Me? This drink you gave me was terrible, but it was a gesture of kindness nonetheless. And Grandpa taught me to always return a favor when given. I do belong to the military, but I don't think we'll see each other at work. But if there ever is anything you could help me with, I will definitely come and ask you for help. And she eventually asks Karen to help with killing Kamui, kind of. Yeah, English Karen again. I forgot how to use her. Ah, run, no. Oh, I can't get further there? Okay. Oh, I forgot you can aim like that. Ah! Okay, I completely forgot how to use her. I think I only used her once. During that, Kamui... Oh, how do I... E? Q? Condition damaged? What am I supposed to do? Left? Right? But what happened? Photosynthesize units? Can't interact with this. What am I supposed to do now? I haven't changed oil in 3 years. I mean, I didn't know I was supposed to. I think maybe my brother would have done it, you know, when he sends the car in for service and stuff. But I didn't know I was supposed to be doing it. I'm really not a car person. I don't know nothing about vehicles. I just know to ride one. Replace the detecting unit. This device is not able to detect the exact location of enemy combat units and is hence unable to launch precise attacks. So detecting, I guess? Correct. Well done. Next, you need to hold off enemy units while ensuring the defense device can be boosted successfully. Even engineering force constructs still need to possess a certain level of combat abilities. That engine is barely alive. Please do it. I'll ask my brother if he's already done it or not. So am I supposed to lead these guys towards the big hole? Come here. Come here. Get closer. They don't seem to be coming that way, though. Oh wait, there's a countdown. There's a countdown. Whoops. Ah! Bakudan! Bam bam Bakudan! Unfortunately, you've exceeded the boot time limit. In the last session, you will be tested on your familiarity with the device and ability to use it. I failed! You need to use the device correctly and incorporate your own combat techniques to eliminate all the enemy units. This is your last chance to pass the test. I failed! Burst shot, powerful single target, gravity pull enemies within range. Do I have to aim? No, doesn't look like it. Ah! Am I supposed to hit them while they're like this? No? Ah! Okay, so this is a test, and I gotta kill them all to pass. Did I do it? Congratulations, Karenina. You have successfully passed the Engineering Force's new member test. I look forward to your performance in the Engineering Force. It's finally over. Not that difficult at all. Wai stood motionlessly by his desk. He was looking at the old mechanical watch on his wrist. It looked decades old with a clock face full of scratches. He stared at the hand that ticked silently until a mail popped up in his terminal. The email contained the results of the candidates applying to enter the engineering force. As a senior member of Cosmos Technicians Union, a few strings were all he had to pull to get his hands on something like this. He skimmed through the list, and after seeing the name he was looking for, he deleted the email. He then took out a physical letter from a secret drawer in his desk. It was a handwritten letter, which was a rarity given that people rarely wrote letters by hand in the Golden Age. For people likewise, physical letters had the benefit of leaving no traces of communication on the internet, making them the safest means of communications. As Samuel L. Jackson once said in that one movie, you can't hack into papers. I forgot what movie it was. Kingsman, I think, the first one. He opened the letter and saw that it had nothing except a line of digits written on it. It was a coordinate, a silent invitation, a one-way ticket with no return. So this is it. He stood up and walked out of the lab, all the while casting not a second glance back. Where are you going, Wise? Wise, are you going to see Belle? Wise, hey Wise, I passed! I'll be going on a mission with the engineering force 3 days later. We'll be on the ground for quite a few days, so I can hand in my report late. Wise? Her excitement dissipated in an instant. Having not seen the figure she couldn't be more familiar with within the empty lab. Ah! Mosquito! Mosquito. I don't think I killed the mosquito. It will return. Karenina knew Wise well. He planned his schedule down to the atomic second, and would never be missing from where he should be at any time. Karen, I think you need to retake the test, because I'm pretty sure you don't measure seconds by atoms. But the room was devoid of any traces of him, as if he'd never even existed. Only one short note was left on the spotless table. Karenina picked it up and read the very few words Wise had left her. If you're reading this note, that would mean you've passed the engineering force entrance assessment, which also means that I no longer have anything to teach you. You are talented. Oh no, Wise is doing the thing that Carol Arna, his teacher, is doing. He's leaving his student. He's abandoning her. You are talented. Now that you have a good foundation, you'll go far just by self-learning. No Discord server? Not yet. I think I might open a Discord server once I reach 500 subs. But even then, it's just gonna be a server for you guys. I don't use Discord at all, honestly. Anyone who knows me in real life knows I am notorious for replying to messages like 2 days late. So, yeah, even if I did open a Discord server, which I maybe will later, even if I did, you guys will just be talking amongst yourselves. I won't really be a part of it. I'm too old-fashioned, okay? I still use snail mail. I'm an old lady. I finished my duty, so we have no more reason to stay in contact. I hope you will live up to Professor Callan's name with your achievements as his successor. And that's that. Goodbye. That's that. The man who had been a teacher to Karenina for all these years, who taught her Kamui! Kamu, get away! No darkness! Who taught her how to survive in this cruel world as a construct. Just cut off their ties like that, without even a proper farewell. What snail mail? Kirian, hello! Way to make me feel old. You don't know what snail mail is. Just cut off their ties like that without even a proper farewell. From that moment on, Wise completely vanished from Karenina's life. Until... there's no issues. Yeah, it's gonna be maybe a while later before I open a Discord. By the way, Kirian, snail mail is, letters. As in actual physical written letters that, you send to an address with a little stamp in the corner. That's snail mail. Do as you wish. Don't recommend doing so without hiring mode. Basically asking for trouble if you do. Oh yeah, a moderator you mean. Yeah, I do plan on hiring someone, but I feel like it's best if I hire someone I know in real life. Because one, I do want to pay for people moderating because it feels like an actual job, you should at least get paid for it. And if I do want to pay someone, that means I'll need their, personal information, like their bank information. So in that case, I don't want to ask anyone to do that, especially people who've never met me in real life. I feel like that would be crossing the line, asking for personal information like that. So it's gotta be someone I at least know in real life so I can pay them. It feels wrong to just ask someone to moderate for me for free, Karenina, there you are. Do as you wish. Actual letters, that's cool. Never got to send someone a letter. Yeah, I still send my friends and family letters on their birthdays, Just feels like a little extra personal touch. I usually will buy them something online and, I'll have it sent to their address. So instead of putting my address in, I'll put in theirs. And then I'll also send in a birthday card with a little message um, on the, via mail. So yeah, I'm an old lady who still uses snail mail. Hey, what brought you here? Karenina is a little surprised to see Bianca come through the door. I asked around and they said you were fixing the observer for CC. Is the entire engineering force here? I'll come back later if you're busy. Ah, it's sweet that Bianca actually visits Karen at her work, in her office. It's fine. We're doing a simulation calculation with observers from the other bridges to figure out the problem. It'll take about an hour because there's a lot to go through. They don't know Yahoo Messenger either. We're so old. They don't know what IM is. They don't know what MySpace is. Well, Rojak, I feel like we're too old to be left alive at this point. Someone please just shoot me at the back. Shoot me in the back of the barn. Put me out of my misery. There's nothing else I can do now but wait anyways, so are you here to see me? What's up? I got a package from WGAA and I thought I should probably give it to you. Bianca took out a package with the name Wise on it and handed it over to Karenina. So she really didn't contact him at all since then? They didn't... Or like he didn't reach out to her to like see how she's doing? She didn't try to look for him or anything? Yeah, you know what Yahoo is, okay, but never used it. They don't know what rocket mail is. Wise? Karenina stopped herself from asking more questions and opened the package silently. What in the world is this? Under the wrapping was a rusty metal box with a tiny, intricate handmade instrument inside. Is this some kind of telescope? The device has a fan-shaped base with scale markings that come with several tiny round mirrors. Its bronze has a green tint showing its old age. Oh, I think it's one of those... I forgot what they're called, but it's something that you usually see in like old pirate movies and stuff. This is a sextant, a device people used to measure angles. Yeah. People in the 18th century used it to determine latitude and longitude, to navigate the seas. Yeah, in pirate movies. Oh my god, I'm old enough to know what a sextant is. I'm so old, damn! It uses simple geometrical optics and became rare even before the Golden Age. Only physicists or astronomers collected them. But where did he get this? He didn't have a lot of personal items, and even his notebooks were from the guild. I don't think he got a lot of gifts either. Karenina took out the sextant and flipped the middle box over to find a line of words engraved with laser. Oh, that's so bright! To my youngest student Wise, wishing him the best of luck as he finds his own way through the vast ocean of knowledge, seeking truth. Moderator is just for keeping available in stream, and anybody spamming chat needs to time out or block them. Issue your channel. That's all. Why wouldn't you ask for a free mod? But that's basically asking them, to pay attention during my streams. And also, if it's for the Discord, then I'll basically need them to be online all the time, right? To make sure that no one's, to make sure that everyone's being appropriate in the Discord. So that is kind of like a job. I don't know, I just feel bad for not paying someone to do that for me, At the very least, I gotta pay them just a little bit. You know what that is, didn't know the English word for it. You always knew what a sextant is, you're older. Damn. I see, Grandpa gave this to him. The sextant. I can just tell from the fine polishing of the individual parts that Grandpa must have made this by hand. He used to make little gadgets for me, like a monocular telescope from an adventure story or an aura radio that allows you to eavesdrop on city channels. Discord mod is a must, otherwise bad things will happen 100%. So I've been told. I've been told that I need to also make it clear whether or not the Discord is 18+, and like try to like filter out any minors as much as possible or something, right? Yeah, there's a lot I don't know about Discord, okay? Give this grandma some time to figure it out. And then probably once I reach 500 subs, I'll have a Discord made for you guys. For all you little kiddos to hang out together. If we go back to the time I met Wise, Grandpa probably gave Wise this sextant before they left for the moon. And after that... So this is a gift from a teacher to his students. Then... But Wise respected Grandpa so much. Why would he give this to WGAA if Grandpa did give this to him? Probably for safekeeping, maybe. Maybe he just didn't want it to, um, you know, maybe he expected something might happen to you, so if it did, then in that case, it'll, at least he knows it'll be well taken care of by the WGAA, because at this point, I think a sextant would be considered like a relic, right? So the WGAA would definitely take good care of it. Karenina scratched her head in annoyance and lifted the box before shaking it to see if there was anything else in it. Wesley! It's okay that you're a little late. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you're doing okay. Hi. Also, I just saw your comment about the what's it called? The Oh my god, I can't think all of a sudden. I can't remember the word, but I saw your comment. I'll try to use that code later on. Not a discount code. What code? The PGR code. Funny to see how Bianca was and how she is right now. This game came a long way. I've only seen 2 versions of Bianca, but I know that a white version of Bianca is coming after this. I forgot what that frame is called, but I do have her signature weapon. I pulled for it, like I got it the same time I got Karen's anchor thing. Hearing a strange sound, she ripped out the bubble wrap in the box, and out popped a tiny yellowed card from the bottom. Think she'll keep it because it's an emotional gift from Grandpa. Yeah, of course she's gonna keep it. It's from a grandpa. Found it. Just like what she did many years ago in that empty lab. She picked up the card and tried to figure out the message. Tum 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 tum. Bianca. Bianca, hey Bianca. Yeah, I'm listening. Bianca's wandering thoughts were reined in by the voice calling her name. She refocused her sight on the girl sitting across from her. Liar, you weren't even trying to listen. This feels like such a date. Oh my god, this is so cute. Of course I was. You were talking about this construct by the name of Lucia? Oh my god, she's already met Lucia at this point. Yeah, it's her, that damn Lucia. Karenina's invert device hidden under her hat begins to make tick-tock noises. The invert devices make noise? At the mention of that name, she clenched her teeth and fists as if trying to keep in a belly full of wrath. Oh, no, it's okay, Yuichi. It's understandable. I appreciate you guys talking a lot in chat, though I won't, expect you guys to talk about too much personal stuff in chat. That's completely up to you. But yeah, it's okay if you accidentally say something wrong. It's okay. One heart, one hurts. I hope I can still use that discount. Thank you for reminding me, Wesley. Signature weapon, chainsword, or sword, sword or bow. The white sword. I got it while pulling for Karen's anchor thing, and I wasn't sure which character it was for, so I googled it, and apparently it's for Bianca Crepuscule. I think it's what it's called. It's for the white Bianca, the one that floats. I was this close to beating her in the last simulation battle. Ugh, I can't believe it. So what if she's in the task force and she had a man that was easy face when she won? Hahaha, Karenina, I think it's time to let it go. Lucia is one of the most powerful constructs in the task force. You already did super well considering you're from the engineering force. Yeah, you're doing great against a jock considering you're a nerd. Oh wait, I wonder if this Lucia that she's mentioning, is it Alpha or is it our Lucia? I don't care where she's from, and I'm totally gonna fight her again at the next simulation. I love how she saw Lucia. I was like, yep, we're rivals now. Both Alpha and Lucia don't give a damn. So she is talking about Alpha then? Alpha then? I don't think you can choose who to fight for simulation battles, though. Why not? Let her choose. Bianca smiled gently as she took a sip of her hot coffee. She wasn't going to get in Karenina's way. It's, for the newest Bianca. Nice. So if I ever get the newest Bianca, I at least have her signature weapon already. The ice is gonna melt if you don't drink it. Only then did Karenina remembered she hadn't touched the orange juice she ordered. Ew, Karen, you like orange juice? Do you like orange bread as well? She bit onto the straw and sipped on it aggressively but quietly, like a docile cat. In their interests, hobbies, and even tastes and aesthetic senses were vastly different. Yeah, one is white and one is black. One is a nun and one is... I don't know. I don't think she's ever mentioned God, so pretty sure she's an atheist. Bianca would never touch any of the engineering books Karenina read, and Karenina also found classical art films boring to watch. Invert devices make sounds This is that's just for Karenina. In Kami's chapter, when we met them for the first time, Lucia doesn't remember her. Oh yeah, she didn't. She didn't remember Kamui either. So yeah, she didn't remember Kamui, Watanabe, or Karenina. Yeah, so Karen probably is talking about Alpha at this point. There's a collab in PG. Yeah. Data Life collab is coming. I think in like 4-ish months. So I have that amount of time to collect black cards. I may not really be into Data Life, but I still want the collab characters because this will be like my first ever PTR collab. I wasn't around to get Dante and Virgil. I wasn't around to get Blackrock Shooter or Nier, but I will get this next collab character. If it is the last thing I do. But their friendship had grown stronger since they first met. Karenina was used to Bianca's company even after she made many new friends in the engineering force. Oh, we haven't celebrated your promotion to the captain of the demolition squad. No one in the engineering force has risen through the ranks so fast, right? They made her captain of the Boom Boom squad. Damn straight, and I'll be the captain in no time. I mean, I wish, but I actually just got lucky this time. The squad captain disappeared on the ground not long ago, so I replaced him. That's kinda sad. He went MIA, huh? Oh, is that right? Did you just say something? Oh, never mind. Hey, stop saying that. You keep saying you keep saying these, acting all mysterious and never tell me what's going on. Never talk about yourself, ever. I've known you for so long, but I don't even know what squad you belong to. Oh, she doesn't know that Bianca is part of the purifying force yet, huh? And I guess she also doesn't know that Bianca used to be a nun, or that she came from Daedalus. Bianca froze for a moment at the sudden change of atmosphere. She lowered her eyes and put on an apologetic face. On the one hand, Karen, you gotta be patient. People will open up to you in their own time. But on the other, yeah, I understand. I understand the frustration of feeling like your friend doesn't trust you enough to tell you stuff about them. You'll pull for the new construct that's coming, skip Chrome. Yeah, the new Chrome! And Genevieve and get Kurumi. Kuro cooking again and again. At the end of the concert, they revealed new characters coming. Chrome is coming. A lot of people are looking forward to Chrome, it seems. And Rojak also just told me that apparently a streamer cried when they saw the new Chrome coming. So yeah, Chrome! But no new husbando. It's still, a recycled husbando, but still, more men! Sorry, Karenina. Bianca drew a light breath that rubbed her finger on the rim of her coffee cup. Actually, that was when Bianca's terminal suddenly rang. Oh, is this when she goes after Kamui? She immediately picked up the call once she saw the caller ID and her face turned solemn. Chico. Okay, got it. I'll watch out for the signal. Okay, I'll be right there. Karenina, It's okay. Sounds urgent. Feel free to go. Karenina gave Bianca a few big waves, showing that she understood Bianca's situation. Okay, I'll see you later. Karenina propped her head with one arm and looked in Bianca's direction until she completely disappeared. Ah, you hate to see her leave, but you're happy to see her go. As in her butt. She sat silently, an entirely different person from the energetic woman demanding Bianca to answer questions just a moment ago. You only pull for the new character because her hand turns into a minigun? Ooh. And her design is very Helsing Devil May Cry-like. Ooh. I think, I'm trying to think. The only other character I can think of whose hand is also a gun is, the Reaper, the fake Reaper from Assassination Classroom. Yeah, I think that's the most recent one that I can think of. Oh, that's cool. The mutters of people in the room slowly entered her ears once more. With the straw in her mouth, Karenina turned to look into the artificial sky outside the window. In short words, she's cool. Yeah, it is very cool. I always think that, gun hands, like, when done properly, actually is, like, really cool because it's, like, a hidden weapon. And, when people pat you and they realize, oh, your hand is fake, it's not like they can tell you to take off your hand, because that would be ableist. The spotless blue sky seemed so real that some might even think that it was, but Karenina, being one who traveled back and forth between Babylonia and Earth, knew better than to actually fall for the bad joke. Chrome was a surprise. Bro finally will not look chopped next to the other Strike Hawks. Oh yeah, I guess the only one left who, still has like a really old frame would be Kamu then. Because I don't think Kamu ever got an upgrade. I mean, to be fair, does the dark really need an upgrade? Does he really need to get darker? The real sky would never look so beautiful. When corrupted constructs and the bodies of dead humans burn in a giant pile, black smoke clogs the sky for tens of miles, stretching almost as far as one could see. She'd seen it more times than she could recall, because new bases were usually built upon old battlefields, and the engineering force could not start working until the remains were burned and cleared. Constructs don't need to breathe, but the irritants in the air could still make them cough. Okay, we've got this area cleared out. You, and you, take the equipment and follow us. Check the resources we were given so we can calculate the explosives needed. Boom boom time! With a frown, Karenina looked through the faces of each of her teammates and began giving orders. This was her first mission after her promotion to the position of captain of the demolition squad. The engineering force was to clear the land to build a new base, and her squad was tasked with demolishing the dangerous buildings and old ruins. Do we need to have every single building counted? We usually just come up with a rough estimate. They gave us more resources than we needed anyway, so why give ourselves extra work? The past is the past, and we do things differently now. Makes more sense for the leftover resources to be used at the new base than making explosives out of them. There are only 62 locations to measure, and that'll only take an afternoon. By the way, where's Hugo? Thought he was on this mission too. Submitted his application to get his frame repaired yesterday, so he was sent to the back earlier today. You know what? You need to get fixed his fucking bullshit. I am the squad captain, and I was never even told about his application. This application he submitted. Damn, Karen. The man just got back from the hospital. He told me himself, but I'm not surprised since he's always looking for ways to slack off. His upgrade will be so dark, he will make dark matter just by appearing on screen. Soon every PGR player will become a living black hole. Once he gets an upgrade, I'm pretty sure everyone playing PGR will need to enhance the brightness of their screens to be able to even see him. You know what? I'll deal with him later. Let's focus on the mission first. Just as Karenina was leading her team into the ruins for investigation, an elite squad of constructs silently appeared nearby. Looking at one another, the members of the demolition squad began murmuring amongst themselves when some recognized the approaching squad. Folks? Oh, Chico. Wait, aren't you all from the Purifying Force? Why are you here? Calm down, people. My name is Chico, and I am the Vice Captain of the Purifying Force. We're here on order to carry out investigations. Well, what is there to investigate? Aren't you only after deserters? We all have a clear record here, right? Come on, boss, say something. Why do we have such a bad rep? I don't know why. It's a mystery to me. I wonder. Tico breaks into a wry smile that lasts for only a split second. We know you guys are clean, so we're not here for you. We have it on good authority that someone around here is stealing Babylonia's technology and resources. Stealing for who, though? Like, who are they gonna sell it to? Who are they gonna give it to? Well, I guess maybe they could give it to Octilek or the Forsaken, but I don't think the Forsaken can pay them. So maybe Octilek then. We just wanted to ask you to work with us to gather some clues. We have nothing against you. Chico! Oh, so she's popular, I see. And you are Karenina? You're in charge of these people, I presume. Please let me know where you stand. I stand here. I'm just standing. Karenina remained silent, having trained her eyes on the construct that was their captain, standing beside Chico. Oh, Bianca's here! Bianca? You're from the Purifying Force? Karenina could never dream that she would meet Bianca at work under such circumstances. Do you know her, Captain? Bianca looked at Karenina silently, without any look of surprise, as if she'd known this day would come. Choki. I'm not sure that's how you spell it. She spoke slowly while Karenina kept her quizzical eyes on her. She's a friend, but don't worry, I won't bring personal feelings into work. Chico has expressed our intentions clearly. Karenina, I hope you can cooperate with us. See you tomorrow, gonna sleep. Yeah, I do stream tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm playing HSR because the beach episode releases tomorrow. We're gonna see Robin in her new form. So yeah, tomorrow we're playing HSR and not PGR. You guys stick around if you want to see that tomorrow. Karenina kept her eyes fixed on Bianca, as though waiting for Bianca to say something else. It wasn't until someone behind her gave her a little shove that she realized everyone was waiting for her to make a decision. She clenched her fist for a brief moment before loosening it and closing her eyes before speaking in her capacity as captain of the demolition squad. I believe that none of my team has anything to hide, so if you want to look, be my guest. There are other factions beside the Forsaken and Octulek. I think it was that. I know there's Kowloon too, but I'm pretty sure Kowloon at this point has, like, kept its distance from everyone else, right? They don't really contact anyone, not even the Niter. And I'm pretty sure Daedalus has already been taken out at this point because Bianca is already working with us. Kurono. Kurono, though, maybe. Maybe they're selling the stuff to Kurono. Could be that too. But our mission. Oh, and then there's also the ARU. But I'm pretty sure the ARU always hated Babylonia, so I don't think they would work with Babylonia, even with the deserter. Watch all gacha games, no problem. Okay. Every gacha is good. But our mission is urgent. If we cannot clear out this area by the end of the day, the rest of what the engineering force has to do will be delayed, and that's gonna affect everything that comes after that. I can help you with the investigation of the stolen resources since I'm in charge and I'm privy to some of the hush-hush stuff. That being said, you have to promise not to get in the way of the rest of our operations. You can leave someone here to keep an eye on us, but I will be the only one going with you. You want to avoid HSR spoilers. You want to read it someday and you're catching up with ZZZ, so one day. It's okay, Rojak, it's fine. Hopefully I can finish the new patch soon-ish, so I'm sure I'll be back to PGR by next week. Karenina, are you offering yourself as their hostage? Shut it. There's no hostage here. Well, if you're the only one they're looking for, just offer yourself up now to put us all out of our misery here. If you're the culprit, hand yourselves over. Turn yourselves in. Hey, I'm definitely not. Never done a thing. So, what do you say? It's definitely Hugo, right? The one who just recently got an upgrade? It's definitely him. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him up. Would be great if you could really give us the clues we're looking for. I think we have a deal here. What do you say, Chico? No objections. That's great. Now, Karenina, if you'll please come this way with us. Bianca reached out her hand, but withdrew it immediately as if she'd been zapped. She covered the faux pas by whispering some orders to Chico and let the rest of her team off. Aw. Are they gonna start a Cold War? Is Karen not gonna talk to her for a bit because of this? You can go now. I'll keep an eye on your team. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Karenina gave her a little shrug and followed behind Bianca. I think I'll leave these two for later, because it's been almost 2 hours, and I'm tired. Honestly, I'm tired. Alright, so, yeah, gotta remind myself to finish this. I mean, yeah, I only have 2 more left anyway, so I think I can finish it next time. And then, I think I want to leave the other arcade animas also for later. So maybe after that, I'll just immediately go to ER02, which looks like it's gonna be about known, right? I think that's how you say this. Known? Yesterday's history. Don't quote Ugoy at me. Heard the artist that did the designs for Season 1 characters in ZDZ quit the game. Would say he wanted to make his own game. Oh yeah, I heard about that too. I think it was like he was like one of the main people in charge of creating the ZZZ Season 1 designs. So, yeah, I mean, you know, all the best to that guy. I do really, really like the ZZZ Season 1 designs. And they definitely feel like they have this distinctive... What's wrong with the game? Feeling... Oh. Well, never mind. They distinctively feel different from Season 2 and Season 3. PGR just exited itself. PGR didn't like that I stopped the arcade anima halfway. Damn. How was Ether Gazer since you missed it? Since the first Dead Gacha playthrough. Honestly, like last Friday, our Wi-Fi router broke. Like, even though we plugged it into different plugs, like it wouldn't light up anymore. So I only played a little bit of Ether Geezer. But so far, I do really like it. Like the animation is smooth and stuff. The like combat took me a while to get used to. But, you know, I like the characters. They all look cute. ER02 is a long one to rip on you. Yeah, ER02, I guess it's gonna take me a few streams to get through. But I'm looking forward to it, because it seems like I'm gonna be introduced to Known, to a new character, to another husbando, I think. I'm pretty sure Known is a male. All right, I guess that's it for tonight. Looks like PTR doesn't want me to continue. All right, then in that case, I'll see you guys tomorrow for HSR. Rojak, since I'm not gonna be seeing you for HSR streams, I guess I'll see you again next week. Take care of yourself until that. There's Wesley, Yuichi, and Kirion and Sticks. If you're still there, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, hopefully. I hope you all have a good rest of your night and a good rest of your day. I will join you guys again tomorrow, I guess, for the beach episode. We're seeing a new Robin and new Aventurine. First time seeing someone play PGR on a live stream. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate you for joining us, Yuichi. Thank you again, everyone. All right. Take care of yourselves, children. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your night. Take care. See you guys again tomorrow, hopefully. Goodbye. See you. Bye bye. Take care, everyone. Bye.